but she was such a natural musician too. She had such a natural understanding of music, and she loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't know if she ever had any technical limits.
Yeah.
She was just born for the instrument.
But you were exposed to so many great people in your life.
Oh,
and you see,
I've been very lucky.
Yeah, and you see all these young virtuosi now doing. And what does she has more than the other extremely gifted people that you, knowing that you have toured the world, listening to all the finest and most brilliant and judge concours here and prize winning there. What, in your opinion, she had?
I think I don't know. The word it was. If I had to put it into French, I'd say it was je ne sais quoi.
Un petit je ne sais quoi.
No, I don't know. She was just a magic person, a magic artist, but at the same time, a total, well-rounded human being. Who could hold her own in any discussion of music, painting, sculpture, religion, philosophy, any subject.
She was a woman that you considered had a great culture, or she was an intuitive person?
Whether she had a very comprehensive education, I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah.
But in the same way, Segovia could do that too. He was a very cultured person who had but I think at no time in his life, in his working life, was Segovia clearly the greatest guitarist in the world.
I see.
I don't think that was ever true to a time when people like Llobet, maybe even Barrios, for all his eccentricities, and certainly Presti were alive. Presti had this sight reading ability was unbelievable. He had this instinctive understanding of what the music was about.
Yes.
I mean, even Baroque music, for instance, at a time when many other people, including Segovia, were still playing their trills upside down and starting with the main note and not the auxiliary note. Presti wasn't.
Yes.
And she was so innovative too, cross-string trills, all kinds of effects were her invention in a way.
Yes.
And she loved campanella effects. She often fingered passages, scale passages and that sort of melodic passages across the strings.
Yes.
So they sounded together. And she was just an extraordinary person, extraordinary artist. And I don't know, you sort of lament the death of other people.
Yes.
But she was a very different thing. Very different. And she had a sixth sense. I think she was not quite like we are. Not be another Presti in my lifetime.
No.
Probably not in yours either.
Yeah. No. When you see all these young, gifted, talented performers that perform well, they don't have this little supplément d'âme like you mentioned earlier. Huh?
No, they don't, and they're not sort of rounded people.
Yeah.
And then I suppose Presti had an attitude to music and the guitar, which Segovia also had, and various others of that sort of era. Which is not necessarily the case with today's virtuoso. She loved it.
She loved it?
She loved it. She loved the guitar, she loved music. And the funny thing is that long after her death, so many people have taken an interest in her, where they haven't taken an interest, for instance, in Llobet. And if Barrios hadn't written so much music, wouldn't have taken much interest in him either.
Exactly.
And I find so many people, not vast numbers, but it's surprising there are any, people like Angelo Gilardino, who say that their interest in the guitar wasn't stimulated by Segovia, but by Presti. I was told by Presti that when they played in Chicago, Richard Pick, who will be here, invited them back to his home and said he would show them how the music could be played.
Really?
Yes. They were absolutely
amazing,
hilariously amused by it.
Yes, yes.
That's unbelievable.
The guy.
What? And that I always associating with that, you know. Mention a name, that's the thing that comes to mind first. The man who told Presti Lagoya he would put them right. I met him at the end of 1947.
47, yes.
But the 4th of November this year will be the 50th anniversary of the first time he ever came to our home for dinner.
See?
I remember that very vividly because on the 2nd of November, the 3rd of November, we were visited by the Assads, who had come to England just to look around. On the 4th of November, Segovia came to dinner. And on the 5th, I left for America.
Wow. Yeah. What do you think of the Assad duo and the relationship with the Presti Lagoya duo?
Well, you know, technically, of course, they were tremendous. They're tremendous. But they don't have the same emotional depth. No emotional depth there, I think. They play so much South American music, and after time, it all gets to sound alike.
Yes, yes, yes.
You wonder when they perform some technical miracle, which I have no doubt Presti could have matched. You know, think, well, what are they going to do for an encore?
Yes.
Begins to remind me, in a way, of when I played the Abreu brothers' first record to Segovia at home. And he said, "It's very clever, but who wants to listen to a man talking fast all the time?"
That's very good.
Neither do either the Abreus or the Assads have the same sense of orchestration, same range of tone colour and effect. They play notes and the dynamics change and maybe put a Ponticello, but that's about it.
Exactly, you know.
They don't have this tremendous range of colour.
So you're saying that Presti and Presti Lagoya and the duo, she would imbue her performing with a spiritual and some kind of a deeper sense about the music.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was elevating the whole level of the concert. Huh?
Yes. Well, I think people now study with the idea they're going to become great soloists, which is almost certainly not going to be the case. And that what they're attracted by is the fame and the potential to make money. These people were not. Segovia, as I said, was probably never, unarguably, the greatest guitarist in the world. Not in the time when those other people existed as well. Where his strength lay is that he is the one who went out into the world and sold the instrument and made it what it is.
Yeah.
If he'd not existed, we would not be here now.
That's true.
That's almost certain.
Lagoya says that too, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody recognizes the importance, the significance.
We wouldn't be here.
That's true.
All these great people, including Presti, would have been local phenomena.
Could you please tell me again about those three? Number one, sunset?
Well, it's really hard to say. Well, the first, of course, has got to be the first and only solo recital I ever heard from Ida Presti. It was an invitation concert at the home of a man called Philip Godley, who I think was the chief, I don't know what his official thing was, of the Halle Orchestra in Manchester, which of course is a world famous orchestra. And he had a very large home with a big music room, and it was an invitation concert, and we sat maybe not much further from Presti than I am from you.
How many people? Just a little group?
I don't know, no, maybe 40, 50.
Yeah.
It was a big room. And there was a big open log fire.
Oh.
And it was an unforgettable appearance. But she played like a tigress.